I've been doing a lot of thinking about authenticity recently. What does it mean to be a truly authentic person? Because I hear lots of people talking about authenticity as one of the most admired qualities that they see in other people, and one of the qualities that most people aspire to be. Everyone seems to want to be authentic. So what does that mean? Well, I ask people to describe it to me, and more often than not, I get a very simplistic answer back. Something around not being fake. And I thought that can't be it. And as I researched it and looked into it more, I realized that authenticity is actually far more nuanced. And understanding truly what it means to be authentic can really help you to unlock great hidden potential in your life. And that's what I want to talk about in today's video. What does it mean to be truly authentic? And I also want to share with you the story about how I came to this realization, because it came from a really unusual source. It came from this, a fake painting. At first glance, this painting looks like a landscape by the Australian artist Arthur Streeton. The colours, the brushwork, even the atmosphere feel unmistakably familiar. But it isn't a Streeton. It was painted by William Blundell, an Australian artist who became caught up in one of the country's most well-known art forgery scandals. Now here's the interesting part. Despite its looks, the painting never pretends to be an Arthur Streeton. William Blundell signed it himself, and if you turn it over, the back of the board openly tells you it was painted in Streeton's style. It has nothing to hide, which is what fascinated me, because on the surface, a lot of people would dismiss this painting as a fake. But the more time I spent with it, the more I realized that this wasn't true at all. It isn't fake. It knows exactly what it is. It's completely honest about where it came from, and who inspired it, and what influenced it. And that made me realize something. Maybe authenticity has very little to do with originality. Because if we're honest, none of us are completely original. Every one of us has been shaped by the people we've met, the places we've lived, the books we've read, and the experiences that we've had in our lives. We're all painted in the style of someone else. The difference is that this painting isn't trying to hide its influences. It wears them openly. And perhaps that's what makes it feel so authentic. That made me realize that in today's age, we've confused authenticity with telling the truth. Because you can still tell the truth, but create a false impression. And that's really important to remember. We see this all the time on social media. People posting lives that technically aren't lying, but aren't really giving you the full picture of what their life is actually like. Yes, they may have gone on that trip. Yes, they may have eaten that dinner. Yes, they may have worn that outfit. But is it the whole story? Is it truly an authentic picture of them and their lives? What they're showing isn't necessarily lying, but is it really being authentic? Now that doesn't mean to be authentic you need to share every single thing, the warts and all, show the whole picture of your life. It doesn't mean that. Being authentic means reducing the gap between who you are and who you appear to be. And the closer that gap is, I believe, the more authentic you will come across to people in your life. Now this isn't just about being on social media. This can be in social settings when you're talking to people. We all do it. We all create this false impression, and we're trying to be authentic, and we think that we are because we're not lying. But are we really creating a false impression or a true impression for those people? Is that gap small or is it wide? Really think about that. Because if you can become more authentic, you can have deeper connections in your life. People will be able to see more about you. They'll be able to understand more about you. You're opening yourself up to create these connections. And the more connections like this we have in our life, the more our picture, our painting is colored in around us, the more we'll be able to experience the fullness and richness of life. We'll be able to meet people, create experiences, and live the life that we want to live. But only if we're truly authentic and truly open to connecting with these experiences. I believe to truly be authentic, you shouldn't feel the need to maintain a false impression, a false picture of your life beyond what it actually is. And yet I know a lot of us feel that pressure every day. But that's why I wanted to make this video, to share this story with you, to unburden you of that pressure. Be true to who you really are Acknowledge where you've come from. Acknowledge what's influenced you. Acknowledge those pieces that have made you who you are today. That's part of the picture, the story that is you, that unique, beautiful image. And you need to be proud of it. Some things, sure, might not have been great. Some things you might not necessarily be very proud of. But they're all lessons. They've all gone to shaping who you are. And again, it doesn't mean you need to lay everything out there and tell everyone everything. But it's being careful about creating those false impressions. And it's not hiding those parts of you. They are part of who you are, and they always will be. This painting has taught me such a valuable lesson. That authenticity isn't necessarily about just telling the truth. It's not about revealing everything about you. It's about having less to hide and closing that gap between who you actually are and who you appear to be. Once that gap is closed up and once you're projecting more of who you really are out into the world, then the good things will come from that. You'll attract the things that you want in your life. And that's being truly authentic. I hope this video has helped you in some way today. I hope it's helped you to reframe what authenticity is and how you can start taking positive steps towards designing and creating the life that you want to live. If you've liked this video, please subscribe, leave a like down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks again for watching.